Success is never guaranteed in this game, so you have to appreciate it when it comes.
To lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Portland have lost their last 5 games. They'll attempt. Chris Ramos gets the ball in game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy's a fun guy to watch pitch. Not necessarily an overpowering guy. Has an ERA in the low 3s. But one thing he knows how to do, he knows how to pitch and he knows how to minimize damage. If you're going to have an ERA in the low 3s in this day and age, you're doing a lot of things right. And this guy should be fun to watch in this one.
Vasquez is underneath this one. And there's the second out of the inning. At the plate, Ramon Ramirez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Hard to short. Scooped up. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment.
Digging in, number 8. Runner at first to start the inning. And Dan, when it comes to pitching in the rain, what changes?
I think the most difficult part, Matt, is the ball gets slippery. It's hard to keep your hands dry, and if you don't have a good feel on that grip, it's hard to control where you're going to throw the ball.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So digging in now, Ezekiel Carrera. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 1-2. Now a double play ball here as this is on the ground to third. On to first, and they get the double play.
Not what you expect from your 3-hole hitter when the first 2 guys get on base. That's pretty deflating. But now we'll see if the cleanup guy can still pick up the runner at third.
So stepping in, number 8. A hit in 2 tries so far. First delivery to him on the way. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1.
That's a tough pitch right there. Curveball, kind of front hip. Your first move is to bail a little bit. Kind of not want to get hit by that pitch. I can totally understand him taking that first strike.
Bouncer to the left side, fielded cleanly. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Now at the plate, Richie Castro, and Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
And there's your first out of the inning. Ready once again, James Law. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Behind the play, that's an easy stolen base.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt, Matty. The ball isn't carrying well tonight, and we haven't seen any home runs, so sometimes you have to try for something else. Now, with seeing I single could be all it takes to push a run across.
So a good job there of taking third unannounced, but meanwhile the strikeout means 2 men are gone now. So striding forward now, number 8. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air to center field. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's a 3-0 game.
Yeah, that's the way you want to finish a 3-game home series. Breaking out the brooms and sweeping the other guys right out of here.
A 5-0 finish tonight. The Fisher Cats took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Chris Ramos with his 4th win this season, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. Steven Verland to settle with a loss after giving up only 1 earned. So that'll put a wrap on things here this evening. For my partners Dan Plesac and
A coach presses a player to keep raising the bar on the development of his signature skills. A player new to his AA squad gets a tip from one of his coaches. After trying this player out in a new role, his team likes what they've seen. They consult him on the possibility of a more permanent role change. The most direct road to the show is not always the one that was first envisioned. Developmental goals. A manager draws attention to a telling defensive stat. The evaluation of minor league prospects is not only the business of team scouts. Sports agents do their homework as well. From the ranks of hundreds of minor, determining which prospects will be those superstars is big business. And getting in on the ground floor is smart business. This prospect has become the object of a notable sportsman. However impressive an agent's qualifications may be, the trading, but a fledgling must leave the nest, for a big world awaits. A first conversation with a new representative can be exhilarating to a young player. A savvy agent will engender confidence in his client. Confidence, but the measure of a good agent is how well he can turn these possibilities into actualities. A manager checks in with his ball club. A player is challenged to raise the bar defensively. This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them. Help his player get more out of his plate appearances. An unexpected turn. And just like that, a player must pull up roots and move on to the next destination. A minor leaguer is welcomed after being... His name may not have made headlines in this deal, but if he's a hit in the long run, it could be a real feather in the GM's cap. In this game, change can come swiftly and unannounced. The player is embracing the change that the sudden trade has imposed on him. Players don't always take it so well. With the season approaching its final stretch, a manager calls for heightened focus from his players. A player is encouraged to continue to refine a skill essential to his game. This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping. A minor leaguer hears from his agent. With the team's chances hanging by a thread, this skipper calls for a last stand. In the minor leagues, a lost season is never fully lost because any situation can be a teaching opportunity. For the second time in his career, this player's being told to pack his bags. He seems to take it in stride. This player welcomes the change. Within a couple days, he'll again be putting on a different uniform. A minor leaguer is welcomed after being brought into a new organization. His name may not have made headlines in this deal, but if he's a hit in the long run, it could be a real feather in the GM's cap. In this game, change can come swiftly and unannounced. The player is embracing the change that the sudden trade has imposed on him. Players don't always take it so well. A manager checks in with his ball club.
MLB The Show's tour of the minor leagues continues as we make a stop in the 16-team Pacific Coast League. Opening night here in this brand new season between the Round Rock Express and the New Orleans Baby Cakes. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Tyler Cloyd gets the call to pitch here on opening day in front of the hometown crowd. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
This ought to be interesting to see how this guy bounces back from last year when he had an ERA over 4. I know his team is expecting better things from him this year, and we'll see if he can continue to get a little bit better, limit the number of walks, and also limit the number of hits per 9 innings.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Shot on the ground is short. Played on the backhand. And he'll let it fly from deep in the hole. And the throw's off line as he tried to sweep it up that time, but came up with nothing but a glove full of dust. Now at the plate, number 8. Ready to get his day at the plate started right here.
The shortstop, number 8.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Fukumori ranging back, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. So as he circles the bases, he celebrates his first AAA home run. A nice moment in his young career.
You got that right, Matt. For a hitter, there's nothing better than driving the ball over the wall. And obviously, organizations love to have guys coming through the minors that can do it consistently. If he can keep rounding the bases here at AAA, he's going to find himself in the show before too long.
Coming to the plate now, number 8. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
At the plate, Robert Fukumori. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Fukumori.
And there he goes towards second. Strike called. Now the throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
I like the decision to steal right there.
Leading off the inning, David Carmona, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we middle innings. It's about time they get something. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away. And here's the former prize Dodger prospect, Willie Calhoun. 1-1. Runner goes for second. That's a strike. The throw down is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. In now, number 8 comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Line towards center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Attaboy, way to get on the sack. Check your outfielders here.
Striding in once again, Akira Saito. 3rd trip to the plate for him here tonight. 0 for 2 at this point. This is line to left.
Pick it up.
In there, a base hit. Throw comes in quickly from left, so even on the hit and run, they'll hold things to first and second here.
Wow, that's surprising right there. Hit and run tactic used to perfection. Ball's hit to the outfield. The batter does his job. I don't know how that runner's standing on second still. You tip your hat to the outfield to get it in super quick, but he's got to take the chance to get the third.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Oh, it's hit to third. 5. To second for 1. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the... Standing in, Miguel Castilla.
Now batting, first baseman, Miguel Castilla.
Runners off for second. Strike taken. The throw. He's not going to get him as he swipes second. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Willie Calhoun. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Here now the 2-2. Smoked on the ground up the middle. He's got it. One there. Relay to first in time. And just like that, the side is retired. Starting to run. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ball grounded to short. This could be 2. Up to second for 1 on the first, but no, not in time as he really took a tumble at second base, letting go of that ball. Digging in and looking for more, number 8. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point.
Number 8.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Ground ball left side. Robinson scoops it up. Throw just in time as they get him by an eyelash. 8-4 tonight. The Baby Cakes hosted a 3-run first to propel them to the win.
A player receives advice about the refining of his game. This AAA player has been generating a lot of buzz with his stellar play of late. Excellence commands it, and an invitation to the big stage inevitable. This manager is looking to get more production out of his hitters. A coach offers guidance to a developing player. An agent checks in with a client currently in the minors. Clutch hitting has not been a strength for this team, and their manager lets them know it. A coach challenges a player to continue to round out his game. A manager checks in with his ball club. A manager addresses his team about their recent slump. This coach wants his players ready to rise to the challenge of clutch moments. A manager challenges his hitters to step up their game. player receives a check-in from one of his coaches. This minor league team is reminded that the eyes of the organization are keeping tabs on them. In the minor leagues, a lost season is never fully lost because any situation can be a teaching opportunity. A player who has been far exceeding expectations at the minor league level is, well, he is briefed on his current standing in the organization. He's about to get his first chance to show if he's ready to swim in the big kids' pool. rookie major leaguer gets a small taste of the national media spotlight.
From Little Havana, just west of downtown Miami, we've got baseball from Marlins Park. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Washington Nationals and the Miami Marlins. The Fish look for the series sweep at home against their division rivals. First pitch is next. Arlene Garcia starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy wasn't too bad in this last one, Matt. Pitched all the way through the sixth inning. And listen, that's what you ask for nowadays. If you can get your starter to get you through the sixth inning and turn it over to the bullpen, he took the loss in the last one, but he actually pitched pretty well.
Now to the plate, number 8. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Strasburg comes set. First pitch on the way. Grounded down the third baseline. Fellas, the Nationals, as they take the field here today, it's been a slow start as they come in with just one win from their first 5 ball games. Chopped weakly to the left. Rendon's got to get rid of it. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Striding in now for the Nats, Michael Taylor. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. A bunt attempt here as he gets this one down. Diaz takes it in, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Stepping up to the plate, Levi Trevino is back in the starting lineup for this one.